Alright, let's go. Finger plate. There we go. Happy anniversary. Beautiful, baby.
I have never worn anything so beautiful in my life.
Man, this is beautiful. It's really good.
First reaction when we finished this set was like, oh my god. I put it on and I was like, I mean, I make a lot of jewelry, but this set just completely knocks out of the park. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Bonnie with By Bonnie Jewelry, where I talk about all things diamonds. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because every week we put out great jewelry content. You guys know I love telling stories. So this is a very special set because the client reached out to me and said, hey, you know what, we've been married, we have kids, now I'm ready to spoil myself. And I said, yes, that's exactly what you should do. So they actually initially reached out to me for an emerald cut diamond. So for those of you who don't know what an emerald cut diamond is, I make plenty of videos about that. Go watch it. Basically, it can be more elongated or square-ish step cut diamonds. I kind of guide a lot of my different clients that are looking for an emerald cut. I always ask them, are you sure you want the more muted sparkle? Because that's kind of what an emerald cut is that it doesn't sparkle the same way like a round diamond would or radiant cut diamond would. So I always kind of ask questions to make them think and be like, okay, if I'm gonna make an investment on something as beautiful and big as this, I want to make sure that's what I want. So after going back and forth a little bit, they decided, you know what, we went from a emerald cut solitaire to this. The center stone is a little bit more elongated than potentially other radiant cuts that you see on the market, which is much harder to come by when it's more elongated. Why? Because when you are cutting an elongated shaped diamond, it takes more rough diamond to actually yield the final piece. So for example, if this piece here was a rough diamond, and let's say you can cut 3 shorter ratio radiant cut diamonds out of this rough, or you can cut 1 elongated shaped radiant cut. A lot of times the cutter will think about it as what is the demand, right? And then if they can cut 3 stone out of 1 rough, it makes more sense for the cutter to do that, because then they can yield 3 diamonds rather than 1, right? So that's also something to think about when you're looking for the shape of the radiant, what would go well on your finger. I think this piece honestly will be gorgeous in platinum or gold, but I really see all the metal shining just so that the gold is just so warm. This came out just absolutely amazing. And we also did the hidden halo on the side. So this is definitely, I think, gonna go on a lot of people's wish list. I've actually done this exact same set in platinum in emerald cuts before with matching emerald cut diamonds. So if you're looking for something with more of that pow wow, like a lot more finger coverage and just like a matching set, this might just be the set for you. So going back a little bit about the story, originally when they said, okay, I would have wanted this ring, we hadn't talked about the wedding band, and I was like, okay, how the wedding band is going to sit with the engagement ring really is a key point when you design an engagement ring, because the last thing you want is to buy a big beautiful ring and then, you know, say, oh, now I'm shopping for a band, and you're like, oh, nothing fits. Like, you don't want to be that person. And I feel like this, we thoroughly talked about like, hey, what we're gonna do with the wedding band, how is it gonna sit? And he basically texted me after and said, hey Bonnie, I wanted to surprise her. I want you to make the matching wedding band. I just said, you know what, it's a great idea to order the set at the same time, especially when we are curating those diamonds and doing the set. You want to make sure that the layout is like perfect. You know, sometimes it's difficult to match the layout, especially when you're sourcing the wedding band and the engagement at a different time, especially with radiant cuts. It's a little bit more tricky. So the fact that they ordered it as a set just made it that much more perfect at the same time. I've done a lot of rounds and oval, but this elongated radiant just really hits a different way, especially to match those side radiant cuts on the side. It's not easy. On my channel, I talk largely about the craftsmanship of our ring, how it's important to match you know, the color and all that and the shape and everything. And she gave me full creativity on being able to do this set, and I was just so grateful, and it came out just absolutely stunning. I mean, you guys can see all the details of the shine of this ring. I mean, it's just beautiful. Setting these are not easy, especially we want to do low profile and make sure that they're very seamless and all you see is just bling, right? And she wanted it in gold, which I thought was just, I mean, just made it that much more just glamorous in the gold. It just really has a lot of life to it. We make a lot of beautiful rings, but this one really, really, guys, knock it out of the park, and I'm very, very proud of it. So thank you again for giving me just the full creativity on being able to make your set, and I hope you love it. And one thing I wanted to point out is that he literally said, I am now a loyal By Bonnie client. I said, you know what? Once you go By Bonnie, you can never go back. You guys haven't liked the video or subscribed to my channel or follow me on Instagram, make sure you do that. All right, congratulations on this new set, you guys. I will see you in my next episode. Stay tuned for more bling. All right, bye.